Hey, my name's Colton. I'm one of the founders of Kartorium. Here today doing another tutorial. I want to show you how to use one of our features called the Asset Manager. And the reason why you would want to use the Asset Manager is when you start to have kind of a growing list of data that's describing physical assets. And so, we are obviously in the business of delivering 3D data, and that's a great way to show the visual side. But really, the most value you're going to get out of our application is when you start to bring the two together. You start to bring the visual and the operational together. And so really the asset manager is a way to start cataloging and putting critical information about any kind of thing that exists in the real world in a centralized place. And so with that being said, let's create an asset. Okay. And the first thing we need to do is create an asset type. All this is a form builder. So I know that all the radiators that I have, I'm going to want to know what the manufacturer ID is. I'm going to want to know what the condition, what condition it's in. And I can, I've got a list of different, inputs that I could do. For this one, it makes sense to choose one. Is it good or is it bad? And then maybe lastly, what facility does it belong to? Maybe I'm managing multiple facilities, different sites, things like that. Oh, sorry, facility. Okay. And great. So this is a really simple form that I could start to use maybe as I'm on site. Maybe as I'm working with the person that manages it all, I can sit down and start to capture knowledge about different assets they have and start to put it in one place for them. Okay, so now that we have a radiator type created, let's go ahead and make a few radiators. The best part about this is super mobile friendly. So if you had your phone with you on site, you really could be doing this side by side with your capture. Um, so yeah, let's make a radiator. So manufacturer ID, I'm going to make all this up because really the point is I want to show you how to start incorporating asset data that we're making into the visuals. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just make three because I know I have three radiators in my scan. Okay, so yeah, just making up dummy data right now. Okay, so now I've got three radiators, and this is in table form. So at any point, I could come back in here and I could edit this. So I could change these. Maybe this is a maintenance log or things like that, right? The data is going to change. The physical assets are not static. Things are going to happen to them that make them change. So having kind of one place to make all those changes is really nice because then no matter where that asset is being used, it can be used across a ton of different visualizations, maybe where there's overlap, right? You don't have to go through each one and start to change them by hand. It will just propagate throughout all the changes. Okay, so let's just show you how to implement that real quick. So I'm going to hop into viewpoint mode here. I just want to be able to see the panos. So that way when I tag with my icon feature, okay, I'm going to call this radiator one. Okay. Uh, Great, there's my tag. So that's going to be how I annotate the asset, indicate that that's what it is. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab some data from the asset that we have. So matched up here, here's my manufacturer ID of one, the thing that I made up, but gets the point across, right? And so the reason why I did that, oops, clicked on a viewpoint here. I'm going to hop into the viewer. Okay, so I was in the builder, I was configuring. Now when I share it, it's here. Um, Let's see if I can go find it. Let's step in here. Okay, there's my tag, there's my radiator. So now when I click on it, doesn't have any description, we didn't give it any, but it does have those properties from the asset.